Let me share a little about the original story. The Parrot's Training by Rabindranath Tagore. In this story, a teacher tries to train a parrot, teaching it words and behavior. The parrot, like a student, is expected to follow the teacher's instructions perfectly. But just like student, the parrot has its own ideas and learns in its own way. This story shows how the education system can sometimes be too focused on following strict rules without understanding the unique way each student learns. Welcome to the Parrot's Training, a tale of words and wisdom. This is the story of a unique experiment, a determined professor and an unlikely scholar, a parrot named Motu. At the center is Professor Kapoor, a teacher with a grand plan to make a parrot learn and repeat the great truth. Knowledge is power. Joining him is Ravi, his clever assistant, and a group of spirited students, each one with their unique perspective. Leela, the rebel; Rahul, the joker; Maya, the thinker; Neena, the dreamer; Chintu, the troublemaker; Kavya, the observer; Vikram, the skeptic; and Rani, the enthusiast. Adding to the mix are Mrs. Sharma, the practical housekeeper, and three wise figures, Mr. Joshi, Guruji, and the town elder, who bring their own insight to this adventure. And so, we begin with this tale of learning, laughter, and unexpected wisdom.
Today, we begin the grand experiment. We shall teach Motu to speak the most important truth. Knowledge is power. This lesson will change the course of his life and perhaps the world.
Do you think a parrot can grasp the concept of power?
If he can talk, he can think. But I am not sure he will care about power. Maybe he will just ask for some seeds.
Sometimes the simplest creature teaches the biggest lesson.
Teaching a parrot to speak is one thing. Teaching him philosophy, that's the whole other level of optimism. Motu, repeat after me. Knowledge is power.
Ha 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 ha! Looks like the only thing he is interested in is food, not very philosophical. Professor Kapoor keeps saying knowledge is power. But Maya starts thinking there must be a better way to help Motu understand. What if there is a different approach to teaching him?
Professor, I don't think repetition alone will work. The problem isn't with Motu's ability to mimic, it's with the idea that repetition leads to understanding. They're simply copying sounds, not understanding the context. And what will your method be? Why not try something different? Let's give it something meaningful. Motu, do you understand what knowledge means? Banana! Banana!
Banana? All his ruckus for God to ask for food, he'll be asking for tea next.
Clearly, I was too optimistic.
Leela suggests that maybe Motu needs to express himself first. She believes teaching should be more than just repeating words. Could this be the key to understanding?
Professor, maybe we are missing something here. What if Motu doesn't want to speak our words? Maybe he has something to say himself. Nonsense! A parrot is not capable of forming opinions. Let's find out. Motu, tell us, what do you want to say? Here is the seed.
Ha 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 ha! Looks like he is the only one in charge of the lessons here. Just when everyone thought they had it figured out, Motu asked for seats. The students are confused. What does this have to do with learning? Meanwhile, Chintu distracts everyone with his antics.
Motu, look, a shiny thing. That's something fun. Feather, feather. He's like a poet, finding beauty in feathers.
Maya starts thinking Motu isn't being silly. Maybe he has something to say himself.
Wait a second. Maybe Motu is telling us something. What if he's challenging our assumption that repetition equals learning? Maybe he's first directed of our rigid teaching methods.
like he is teaching us the value of thought before speech. The town elder shares sound wisdom. True learning comes from understanding, not just repeating things. The students start to realize that teaching should come from the heart. You speak of knowledge and power, but knowledge without wisdom is like the tree without roots. Motto is simply showing you that wisdom often comes when you stop trying to control everything.
So, what you are saying is we should let Motto control the lessons?
Perhaps not, but learn to trust in the process. Sometimes the learner must guide the teacher. Rani suggests telling Motu a story to help him understand. Maybe creativity, not just words, can unlock the lesson they are trying to teach.
I have an idea. What if we try to create a story for Motu? Oh yes, stories always spark imagination. Motu might surprise us with his creativity.
You are putting too much faith in a parrot.
But what if it was? Sometimes the quietest message yields the loudest results. Once upon a time,
Did Motu just start telling us a story?
fascinating. The feathered philosopher began his tale. What wisdom will unfold? I wondered. I think we have discovered something. He is using his own imagination.
To everyone's surprise, Motu starts telling his own story. Once upon a time, he begins. The students are amazed. Could Motu be teaching them more than they thought?
Do you think he is going to say something profound or just ask for another banana? I am betting on banana. But what if he is teaching us that sometimes we talk too much and listen too little? Think before you speak. Wow! Did Motu just give us the advice? The bird has spoken. Wisdom, my friends, often comes from the most unexpected places.
Motu finished with a simple but powerful lesson. Think before you speak. The students finally understand the real lesson he's been teaching them all along.
I admit it. I came into this with one mindset, but Motu has shown me that knowledge isn't something that we can force. It's something that we discover together, and it starts with thinking critically, analytically.
But is it really knowledge? Is Motu only mimic what he heard, or is it wisdom because he said it at the right time?
He thought more than just words. Sounds lovely, but who's giving up after this philosophical party? Freedom to think, freedom to speak. A fitting end to a grand lesson.
The students start to realize that Motu has been teaching them all this time. It's not about repeating words. It's about thinking and understanding before speaking. Motu's lesson is clear. Teaching and learning go hand in hand.
Looks like we have all learned something today. And Motu, well, he is the true philosopher. The greatest lesson